Yeah, of course.
Well, Coach, how different is the team now than a week ago? When you get a chance to work with them?
Well, they've been great. They've been real receptive to what we're trying to teach. Fundamentally, we're not where we need to be, but you can't be in 10 days. So we're just trying to play up tempo and get our defensive principles in here and let them play. They're going to love this more than they're going to love the fall off, I promise you.
How much were you relying on guys like Dash and Dave and these juniors and seniors, and how good have they been during this process?
They've been really good. David and Dash have done a tremendous job of coming with great effort, talking on the floor, trying to get these guys up to speed to what we want accomplished, and they've been good. And our teams have done a really good job.
Assistants and everybody moved in. It's been kind of a whirlwind lately.
No, that's what's been the hardest thing is we're coming off the road on Sunday. I got to train my assistants the way I want to do things, and so we're doing that. We're recruiting, we're practicing. We're not where we need to be. We knew it was going to be that way. That's why this trip will be fun. It's about relationships, and we'll get a little basketball in at the same time.
Coach, anything different? You mentioned it's different than it's going to be in the fall. Anything specifically different that you've had to do in terms of the implementation than you would with games coming up so quickly?
Well, just the pace of our practice is probably a little faster than they're used to. We're trying to run on makes and misses, and we can always slow down. So we're really trying to get them to run every possession. They're not in that kind of shape, because it's just summer. So that's been a big difference. And then defensively, we want to pressure more than they have in the past. And they were a great defensive team last year. It's just a different style of play, a little bit, and I think that's been an adjustment for them.
What does Jordan Green need to do to get on the court this year?
Just keep doing what he's doing. Our two freshmen have been really good. The one thing they have is this is new to them, but they don't have an old system to have to break. So they're coming in with no formal habits from the previous staff, and they're great kids. Their character's been good, and their energy's been good.
Coach, have there been maybe a couple players that have been pleasant surprises that maybe you've seen stuff on the practice court that you didn't see in the film originally?
I think the freshmen, have been a pleasant surprise. And David LeBeau is a lot more active than I thought. Really like his energy on both ends of the floor. But overall, everybody's been good. The attitude's been good.
Your system, you see him as more of a 4. I know he had to play a whole lot of 5 last year based on personnel.
He's a 4.
Yeah.
And we'll play small. We may play Chris at the 4 and him at the 5. And defensively, that takes up our pace, and offensively, it helps us. So we'll do some different things than we've done with him in the past, maybe.
Coach, you talked that you may have to substitute 5 guys in, 5 guys out. As that's going on to get ready for this trip, have you seen maybe some combinations you want to try that would kind of preclude you doing that?
Well, we're going to do that just from keep everybody happy, and more so the mental part of it. And we got depth. That's one thing that's been surprising to me is we've got 12 guys that can help us, and they're going to have to fight it out for who plays the most minutes. That's a good situation to be in.
You talked a little bit about getting that international three-point line, and that you have guys that want to step out there, but that's been a big change for the college game to move the line here in the last couple of years. What does it do when even on a short term you're going to see the guys step out even a little farther?
We try not to emphasize the new rules, the international rules. The 24-second shot clock is going to be a big adjustment, because it comes quick, and these guys will make mistakes with that, and I don't want them to focus on that. I don't want them to focus on that line, the whole line. I want them to get as close as they can, but I know they're going to make it. But the rules are different. Again, that's why you can't get too frustrated. They'll call a lot more traveling, 3 seconds in the lane, and then just adjusting to the shot clock is going to be a big adjustment for us.
Does that help you a little bit, because you say you want to go faster, and if you're going to run on makes and misses, that they can see that, hey, we're not just going to plod the ball up the floor?
Yeah, I don't know if it helps us, because we're really just trying to focus on the fall. We want to run, make some misses, and we'll play how we need to play. We're going to attempt to go fast early because you can always slow down, and so that's kind of how we approach it.
What's the number one thing you hope to get out of this whole trip?
Just to get to know each other, and get them to understand the coaches' personalities, my staff, and me to get to know my staff. I know most of them, but fortunately their wives are going on a trip, and just for the whole Aggie basketball program to really get to know each other and develop relationships.
Coach, one of the limitations of the team was being able to attack the basket off the dribble. Have you seen some folks that are going to step up this year that can attack the basket?
You know, I don't know if I'll be able to figure that out in just 7 or 8 days, not having played games. We'll see more in the games than probably we've been able to see in practice, because they're thinking, and when you think, you're slow. And right now, that's been something that happens when you pick up a new team in a new situation.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys are coming off the road now. I know you can't go into specifics, but how have you felt about the response on the road to recruits to this new coaching staff?
Been real good. You know, the Texas kids that we're focusing in on have been real receptive to us recruiting them, and you know, we're excited with the direction that's going, and we're excited we've got 4 scholarships. You know, so being patient with the late hiring in the spring, I think, is going to help us in the long run, and maybe not immediately, but it's going to help us in the long run.
Coach, is this still a game that you got to recruit 3 and 4 years ahead of time, and you've got to build some of those relationships now, even down to kids that are, you know, just going into high school, or is it quite that far away from you as a basketball coach?
Well, probably from a numbers sake, yes. You know, to have more numbers, but Texas A&M's got a brand. You know, we've got a great school, and the tradition of the success the last 7 years has help these local kids, Texas kids, recognize that hey, they can win here and do special things here. So that's been the biggest selling point. It's not me getting a job, it's not my new staff, although I think we're doing a great job. But I just think it's all about Texas A&M and not about us.
Your schedule has come out now too as well, Coach. You got to be excited about the trip to New York and also Florida. That's a pretty good non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
And then you got to start right after the New Year to play conference games.
Yeah, I haven't looked that far. I'm worried about the Swiss national team right now, so, and our guys. But you know, we've got a good schedule. It's balanced. We've got a lot of home games, and we play some good people that can hopefully help us RPI-wise.
Thanks, Coach.